Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the IRB Infrastructure Developers Conference Call for discussing the financial results for the quarter ended March 31, 2023 and financial year ended March 31, 2023 along with recent developments. We have with us on the call today Mr. Virendra Maheskar, Mr. Anil Yadav, Mr. Mehul Patel and Mr. Tushar Kavedia. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and after the opening remarks by the management, there will be a question and answer session. Please note, the duration of the call would be 45 minutes, and any queries left unanswered after the call can be subsequently mailed to the management for adequate response and resolution. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now request Mr. Anil Yadav to give you an overview of the significant developments during the quarter. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I welcome all the investors and analysts on the quarterly Concall. Hope you all have been able to go through our detailed numbers as well as presentation release. We are pleased to inform you that our private InvIT has been listed on NSE on April 3, 2023 in line with this SEBI InvIT regulation, which requires listing of all InvITs. On the day of listing of trust has 10 assets spread across 7 states of India and having a balanced average concession life of around 21 years and with total enterprise value of more than 28,000 crores and equity value more than 18,000 crores. The IRB group has now listed the third entity, that is IRB Infrastructure Trust. The combined market cap of all 3 entities is more than 38,000 crores and gross debt for all 3 entities is less than 26,000 crores. The implied debt to equity ratio for the group is very low, that is less than 0.7 times to the gross debt. This means that IRB group is well capitalized to grow strongly from here on by undertaking the large size projects. The traffic momentum continues. Mumbai-Pune reports 16% growth for FY23 as compared to FY22 without any tariff revision. Ahmedabad-Vadodara reports 23% growth for FY23 as compared to FY22. We have also witnessed robust growth in the private InvIT. Private InvIT portfolio grows at 70% in terms of toll revenue for FY23 as compared to FY22. Recently, we have bagged 2 projects, that is one upgradation of 6 laning of NH27 from Samakhali to Saltanatpur, having a project cost of 2,132 crores and concession life of 20 years on BOT basis from NHAI and State of Gujarat. The project will be funded by debt of approximately 1,400 crores and balanced through equity and internal accruals. IRB's share of equity is less than 350 crore rupees. And the second project is in the state of Telangana. It's a 8-lane highway, Hyderabad ORR project, starting at kilometer 0 at Narsingji Junction and ending at kilometer 158, that is at Gachibowli in Hyderabad, in the state of Telangana, on upfront payment of 7,380 crore rupees for a concession period of 30 years. The total capex will be around 8,400 crores, which will be funded debt of rupees 5,500 crores and balance through equity of 2,900 crores. IRB's share will be close to 1,500 crores. The total order book of the company now stands at 20,500 crores. EPC order book is close to 9,000 crores, providing good revenue visibility for next 3 years for construction segment and further bolstered by a 3 years executable O&M order, which is close to 2,000 crores. This excludes the order book for Hyderabad ORR project. Hyderabad ORR project will add EPC of 450 plus crores and O&M order book of 14,500 crores. TOT project not only provides a visibility for toll revenue, but also significant long duration O&M order book, which provides visibility for construction revenue as well. Including the Hyderabad ORR project, now our O&M order book is more than 25,000. As per dividend policy of the company, the board has declared second interim dividend of 7.5% on face value of equity share rupee, making aggregate dividend payout for the current financial, that is FY23, of 120 crores. Now I will request Sri Tushar to provide the financial analysis for March 31st, 2023. Over to you, Tushar.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'll brief about the financial analysis for Q4 FY23 versus Q4 FY22. The total consolidated income for Q4 FY23 has increased to rupees 1699 crores from rupees 1683 crores, increased by 1% over Q4 FY22. For previous year FY22, in the fourth quarter, we had a one-time income of Goa claim for Goa project, hence the numbers are not comparable. The consolidated toll revenues for Q4 FY23 have increased to rupees 547 crores from rupees 510 crores, increased by 7%. The consolidated construction revenues for Q4 FY23 has decreased to rupees 1151 crores from 1173 crores, decreased by 2%. EBITDA for Q4 FY23 decreased to rupees 838 crores from rupees 891 crores, declined by 6%. Interest cost has decreased to rupees 373 crores in Q4 FY23 from 399 crores, down by 6%. Depreciation has increased to rupees 222 crores in Q4 FY23 from rupees 189 crores, increased by 18%. EBT has decreased to rupees 242 crores in Q4 FY23 from rupees 303 crores, down by 20%. PAT before share of JV decreased to 167 crores from 234 crores in Q4 FY22. PAT after share from JV has decreased to 130 crores in Q4 FY23 from rupees 175 crores in Q4 FY22, declined by 25%. Cash profit has decreased to 389 crores in Q4 FY23 from rupees 424 crores in Q4 FY22, decreased by 8%. Now I request moderator to open the session for question and answer.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please enter star and 1 on your phone. We will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1 on your phone. The first question is from the line of Alok Deora from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, just had a couple of questions. So first is, there was this loss at the JV level has increased quite substantially if we look at that compared to the last few quarters. So just some view there, because what we were of the impression that it would be at the stable level going ahead.
Look, we have started revenue share in Kishangarh, Gulabpura and Hapur, Moradabad project. And last quarter the loss was 12 crores and this quarter it has increased to 37 crores. It means increase of 25%. And since our share is only 51%, it means the revenue share number is close to 50 crore rupees. And as we have moved in FY24, we have got tariff revision of 5%. And also, if we expect 5 to 6% kind of traffic growth, then around 10% revenue growth will be there FY24. And considering the last quarter's toll collection was 565 crores, if we annualize that number, that reaches to close to 2,300 crores of revenue. 10% of that will be roughly 230 crores. whatever the revenue share is coming, impact of revenue share is coming in this quarter, that will get negated by growth in the next financial year.
So what's the run rate we should work with for this, how, if I take FY24, so how much would this number look like?
I think for entire financial year, it should be in range of 50 to 60 crores of loss for next financial year.
Sure. And also just wanted to understand, like there was, with the increased gold price change expected from April 1st for many projects. So have we undertaken that? If you can throw some light on that.
December WPI was close to 4.95%, and we have got almost 5% tariff revision in line with the WPI. On Mumbai-Pune Expressway, we got 18% increase. On NH4, we got a 16% tariff increase.
So all this will come from April onward?
Yes, 1st April.
Sure. Just one last question from my side. So now what's the ordering scenario? Because this year, what we understand is due to this election year, the ordering will be kind of there for the first 8-9 months, and then it will kind of dry out. So since we have got a very decent order book now, how are we approaching it? And also, if you could throw some light that how are the BOT toll projects coming up, if at all? Now, because what we have been anticipating, BOT toll projects have not been so much also in the overall NHAI awarding. So just your views on that, sir.
So our stance continues same as it was, and the priorities would remain BOT, TOT, and HAM in that order. So as you know, we have already bagged one large TOT. There are a couple of more TOTs coming up. So we are looking at participating in those. At the same time, we expect the BOT pipeline to shape up well. I'm sure you would have come across several articles on the piling up of NHAI debt that have been coming around in the last 1 week. And we sincerely feel that there would be an uptick on the BOT ordering. Nevertheless, TOTs with sound capex are also something which we can alternatively look at. And that is a strategy we will adopt to ensure a good order book intake and a good portfolio building exercise.
So for this year, sir, how much we are targeting?
Yeah, I think the way we look at growing business is a combination of what we can execute and how much capital can we invest. So from the investment perspective, we certainly can add another 10,000 crores worth of assets in the coming year. Now, whether the asset is in the BOT side or TOT side is something which will be decided basis what comes up for bidding. But certainly the appetite with the company to grow at this pace remains intact. After taking into consideration the Hyderabad TOT capex.
Sure. Just one last thing, sir. This Ganga Expressway, the construction has started. So what kind of revenues we would be seeing in FY24 from this particular project?
So a run rate of at least minimum 500 crores per quarter, taking it to 2,000 to 2,200 crore for FY24.
Sure. And in this HAM project, there was this 20%, there were discussions going on 20% equity by the authority. So any update on that, sir? Because there's no update we have got from anywhere. So if you could just provide any update if that is happening or not happening, or
20% again.
the 40%. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard about that particular initiative as yet.
Sure. Thank you. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask any questions, please enter star and 1. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Kanodia from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. So am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
So first of all, congratulations on the recent set of numbers. So my first set of questions are based on the guidance. So if you can throw some light on the FY24 revenue margin and CapEx guidance, and also the equity infusion that you are planning to do within in coming years?
So, Nikhil, on the next year plan, we are envisaging contract revenue somewhere between 4,900 to 5,000 crores, which is almost 20 to 25% up compared to our FY23 numbers. We are expecting a margin stable between, say, what have been we delivering so far, so between, say, 23 to 25%. And on a BOT, as we have already discussed, the toll collection, what we are assuming, because Mumbai-Pune has received an 18% tariff hike and Ahmedabad-Vadodara at 5%. So a traffic hike of somewhere around 7 to 8% for Mumbai-Pune and another 5% for AV. The gross toll collection, what we are expecting is around 20% higher than what we have achieved for FY23.
Okay. So what would be the CapEx that you are planning to do in coming years?
So equity requirement for next year for us with the existing project is 1,000 crore for FY24 and another 250 crores for the next year. This is for the projects, ongoing projects with us.
Okay. And sir, with the recent win of the overall, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, one sec.
Nikhil, sorry to intervene. This includes the Samakhali project also.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you were asking something.
Yeah. So with the recent win of the overall project, so going ahead, what sort of projects are we number one? What is the bid pattern, and what sort of projects are we we have a chance of winning? So that the debt numbers would have already gone up. So what is the leverage that we can take in going ahead in the future, and the size of the projects that can be won?
So I think we need to be seeing the fact that these projects will be executed through the private InvIT platform. So firstly, this debt will not consolidate in the IRB debt. Number two, if you look at the equity value of the private InvIT, it stands at around 17,500 crores, and the debt there is hardly 10,000 crores. So we can certainly grow faster in capex heavy projects going forward. We have enough leg room there to grow the asset base.
Okay. So the leverage on the private InvIT is similar to what we can take in the public InvIT, as per the SEBI guidelines?
In fact, we can go higher there, up to 70%.
Okay. So those are my questions. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask any questions, please enter star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star followed by 1. We have a follow-up question from the line of Nikhil Kanodia from HDFC. Please go ahead.
Thank you for this repeated opportunity. So in the guidance front on the order inflow, I guess I missed the number. So can you please repeat the order inflow guidance for the next year?
So on the order inflow, as I said, from a capex side, we would target somewhere close to 10,000 crores. Now, I'm not saying whether this will be construction capex or a TOT or a combination of TOT and BOT. But we look at two parameters when we look at incremental order intake. That, as I said, one is the execution capacity on the construction side and the capacity to infuse the required equity into these projects. So the range which we feel we can certainly take in for the upcoming year is around 10,000 crores. It can be a combination of a BOT and TOT or a TOT and a HAM, the way the opportunities make themselves available.
Okay. Okay. And sir, the recent overall project, I guess it is routed through the private InvIT. So have we also received the GIC shares of share of equity infusion in the project?
So I think as we clearly have a policy, we endeavor to execute this project through private InvIT. And as soon as we have achieved the financial closures, we would announce the same. We have 120 days to announce the financial closure for the project.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any outstanding credit rating on the project as of now, be it in the provisional one or the on the actual debt numbers?
For the ORR, you mean?
That's correct, sir.
For ORR, we expect, I mean, we are working with the credit agencies. So all of the funding details and the credit rating and how it's going to fit in the overall scheme of things, we will come out with a detailed presentation on FC.
Okay, so you mean as on date we don't even have any provisional rating on the project, right?
I think the agreement is yet to be signed.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Tina Vermani from Kotak Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. My question is regarding the equity investment breakup that you have shared for 1,000 crore for FY24 and 250 crore for FY25. Does this include this Hyderabad TOT?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it
and
doesn't include the Hyderabad equity.
Okay, so including that, so that would be somewhere around 1,500 crore upfront for FY24. This will have to be put entirely all together.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so effectively it will be 2,500 crore for FY24
Yes.
equity investment, and 250 crore for FY25 based on the current set of portfolio of projects.
Yes.
So for meeting this 2,500 crore of equity requirements, how would that happen? Because these are the investments which would have to be routed by a core company.
Right.
So how would the funding for this entire 2,500 crore work out?
So we have a good amount of cash on hand, plus the cash that will be generated during the upcoming financial year. A combination of that, plus the part of the equity will be coming from the private InvIT side. So all put together, we should be very comfortably be able to meet this target.
Okay, so 1,000 crore is IRB share, not the entire equity. 1,000 crore for FY24, excluding Hyderabad TOT.
Yes. So IRB share, excluding ORR, is 1,000. And as you rightly said, the Hyderabad number would be in the range of around 1,500. So all put together, 2,500 crore is the equity commitment that we would have on hand for FY24. And we are very confident to meet that. We have a plan in place, and we will discuss the details once we have achieved the SP.
Okay. Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask any questions, you may enter star followed by 1. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Abhyankar from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead. Nikhil, your line has been unmuted. Please proceed with your question.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So just a single question, sir. Our toll collections through the private InvIT route have been increasing significantly in FY23. So is there any chance of higher dividend payouts in this year? And if there is, then can you just quantify that?
We are working on those. You are right that the collections are improving extremely well. And there would be a good amount of distribution that should become feasible. So at the moment, we would not like to give any specific guidance on that aspect, but your thoughts are rightly placed, and that also would come in handy to meet the overall equity requirement.
Okay. Okay. So they will be basically used to fund the equity requirements.
Equity requirements for the IRB capex.
Yeah. Okay, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask any questions, you may enter star and 1. The next question is from the line of Vivek Sureka, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is on our HAM project. Can you give any guidance on monetization of same? Because what I understand last time we mentioned we would be moving this public email.
So IRB now has 3 HAM projects which are under various stages of development. And as per our stated policy, once we complete the projects and they become eligible for transfer, we will certainly be offering them for sale to either public InvIT or any other investor who's interested to buy it.
So can we expect any monetization in financial year 24?
No, I don't think we will be eligible for the same.
Okay. Thanks. That was my question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. A reminder to all the participants, you may enter star and 1 to ask a question at this time.
If no more questions, I think we can conclude the call.
Yes, sir. There are no further questions. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Maheskar for closing comments.
Yeah, thank you everyone for being on this call. And it has been a great year gone by, and we look forward for a more engrossing year going forward in terms of growth. And look forward to meet you all again on the first quarter results. Thank you and have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your conference for today. We thank you for your participation and for using Research Bytes conferencing services. You may please disconnect your lines now. Thank you and have a great evening.